So we're gonna be making a traditional dish called akni. My thoughts were just to have my uncle over. He's my eldest uncle. He taught me how to swim and how to walk, and really he's the closest thing I have left to a parent. To bring him home, he hasn't been home since he got quite ill in July. It's 25 years since my uncle's mom, my maternal grandmother, passed away. And we do traditionally during anniversaries like this, take an offering of food to Jamaat Khana, which is our place of worship. Would you like to say grace?
Yeah, I would just about to.
Have my uncle taste test it to make sure it passes the threshold of what's acceptable to take in as an offering.
Smile like you like me. We are making a traditional chicken akni, which we eat all the time. So we've got chicken that is marinating in plain yogurt, garlic, and ginger.
So the Ismaili community is a religious community, one of the denominations of the Muslim community.
So the first step I'm gonna do is I'm gonna measure a cup of oil. I'm then going to heat the cup of oil and add some spices to bloom.
Our family immigrated from pre-colonial India into East Africa, and the community that migrated through is called the Koja community. So I almost think of it more as Koja food as opposed to Ismaili food, because Ismaili food could be like Afghan or Iranian.
You need about 15 peppercorns, about 6 cardamom, a pinch of cinnamon sticks. This is probably the most dangerous part, is pulling the spices out. But if you're used to Asian cooking and you don't mind the spices, you can leave them in there. So the spices have bloomed. I'm just gonna put them back in because we still want the flavor, but we don't need them to wake up. So I'm gonna put in the tomatoes, some green peppers. The more jalapenos or hot peppers you put in, the spicier it's gonna get. I'm just gonna put in 1, but I am gonna put in a handful of yellow pepper because it's pretty. And we'll just give that a stir. And the next step will be to add our potatoes.
So he was born in Nairobi, in Kenya. And in the care home, you really get institutionalized food. So I think for him, it'll be nice to connect back with foods that he has eaten over his life. There was a snowstorm in the last few days. We had to pre-arrange for him to be coming out for the day. Before he left, my husband was chipping away at the sidewalk outside our house and our hill. So we do live on a pretty steep hill. He's gonna come in through a back bedroom, and we're gonna try to get his wheelchair through the house.
Tony! Wait, watch your hands. Put your hands up. Tony, take the door off.
Take the door off?
Okay, wait. Let me get the other walker.
So, you know, mostly he's prone to falling in July. He had a fall, and he was meant to come over for a potluck. A few days later, he called me, and he'd been on the floor for 3 days. And then he went into hospital, and in the hospital, he caught COVID, he got pneumonia, he fell and broke a rib. And we realized he just couldn't be alone anymore. It was too dangerous for him.
Yeah, put the brakes on. I am just flattening this chicken thigh. We've got a mix of chicken thigh and chicken breast, and you'll see the chicken's given off some water. And then we're just gonna check on the potatoes. You want them to be like a little bit, about half done. You can see the potatoes are half cooked because they go onto the fork quite nicely. We're going to give it a really good stir. So we're gonna carefully pour all of our chicken and all the marinade in, and then let it cook down. So we want it pretty dry before we hit the next steps. So I have broth here. We're gonna put in the rice. We're just gonna kind of flatten it a little bit. And I'm gonna add a little bit of lemon juice. So we've prepared the chicken akni. It's gonna cook for a little bit until the rice is nice and fluffy.
I think for the caregiver, it gives you an opportunity to tangibly give back. Right? Sometimes we offer moral support, we offer maybe financial support or scheduling support, but food is it's an object, right? It's a thing that you can acquire, you can pass it on.
When was the last time you had chicken akni?
Long time back.
Before you got sick?
Yeah.
I think it also connects us through memories and nostalgia. So while I don't remember cooking with my uncle, I definitely remember eating with my uncle.
So we're gonna top it off with a little bit more fried onion, some cilantro, garam masala. So garam masala is actually not a cooking spice, it's a finishing spice.
And so preparing something that is a physical gift or a physical thing we can share
and having that time together helps you through those bad days.
Yeah, very good.
A full report.
Tastes very good with everything mixed together.
So when you're just having the rice and potato and chicken, you can taste those whole spices, and you can really taste the flavor of the chicken and the onion.
Yes, good.
Okay. Final verdict, how did we do? Smell?
Great.
Great? 5 out of 5 or like 1 out of 5?
We got 5 out of 5.
You sure 5 out of 5? Not 6 out of 5 or 10 out of 5?
5 out of 5.
You're an accountant, right? So very precise. You can't get bonus points very easily.